Hello everyone, Jennifer with Crafty Bones. It's been a snowy, wet weekend, but I haven't managed to do my curtains yet. I wanted to do them this weekend, but my husband ended up with COVID, so it's been kind of a long weekend, just having to do everything myself. He's very helpful when it comes to, shopping and cleaning the house and all that kind of stuff. And he's been sick, not much more symptoms than a cold, really. He is fully vaccinated, but I can only imagine his symptoms would be much worse had he not been vaccinated. He is going to get antibody treatment on Monday because he had bypass surgery this year, so they want to make sure that it doesn't hit his heart. I work in cardiology. I'm an x-ray tech that works in a cath lab, and I don't do the plumbing side, I do the electrical side. And what the doctors that I work with have been finding is that there's a lot of permanent damage to heart and lung tissue if you have severe symptoms, and even some people that didn't have severe symptoms, but they have a long-term effect going on from COVID. So they just, because he is a heart patient, they just want to make sure that that is not going to be an issue for him, which I appreciate wholly. But I know that there's been a lot of people that have developed POTS and all kinds of stuff. If you don't know what POTS is, if you don't maintain enough sodium in your system, standing up abruptly or even not so abruptly, or lying down quickly, or just a change in your posture, and it can cause you to pass out. And it's an electrical problem. From what they can tell, it's an electrical problem with the heart. So rather not have that happen. But I did make a second of the Bridgette's beanie, and this one I made out of the Bridgette baby velvet. I put the ears out a little further. I made it a little bit longer, and after increasing all the way up and doing the texturizing, I then decreased before I put the ribbed border on. So this one is a little longer. It'll cover your ears better. So that's my second kitty hat. Granny D did specifically ask me to do a tutorial on it, so I will do a tutorial. I don't know how soon, but I am going to try and find the time to write out the pattern so that if anybody asks me, I can email them the pattern. I tried sitting down to do it this weekend. It's just been extremely busy. And because my niece could not come to the house this she did try to come today to get her hat. And I told her, no, you can't come over because she has refused her vaccination. So she cannot come over. But I don't really have anything else going on. I don't think. No. I finished a bunch more ducks. I have all of these complete, and I have 6 more here on the quilting table that are out of the mold. They're just waiting for me to put the jump rings in and put them together. And then I think I'm going to stop for a while. I did not count how many there are, but there are quite a bit. This is the resin that I used. It is Sanaa, I don't know, S-A-N-A-A-A, 2 parts. And this is how much I have left of each one. It is a 1-to-1 match. And I was also using this phosphorescent powder to put on, so naturally it's purple, but they glow in black light, and this one has a purple glow. And I've noticed that I like it better with less of this in there. I like them to be more transparent. Sorry, the phone was ringing. So yeah. I like them like this with less of the purple in them. These are the last 2 sets that I did. And these ones you can see that there is a lot more of the purple in it. They're not very transparent at all. So I did experiment with different quantities of the purple phosphorescent powder, and I think I like it with less, maybe because it's not my favorite shade of purple. That might be why. And just having a little bit in there, I get closer to the shade of purple that I like by using the alcohol ink on the inside of it. But yeah, then I just put jump rings in them and put it together. that's all I've done. I have taken out my granny square blanket that I was working on before. Well, my hands were hurting, but not as not debilitatingly so. I've taken that back out, hopefully, so I can work on that this weekend. It's I think it was 144 squares. I don't know how many I've gotten done, but a decent amount. Not enough to finish it though, and then I gotta sew it all together and put a border on it. So when I get through that, I will show that. And I hate putting projects away and then taking them back out, especially something like a granny square, because they're tedious. You know, I think everybody who's done a granny square knows it's fun making the squares because you get it accomplished so quickly. You get the squares done in just a few minutes, but you have so many of them to make. And especially when you're changing color every row, it's a little more tedious than just a granny square. If all I had to do was make, 144 granny squares of one color, it would definitely be much quicker. So what I find, I think I explained it in a previous video, I find myself making all the centers of one color of each of the 4 colors, and then I just pick up the second color and make everything that I need that has the second color on it, and everything I need that has the third color, and everything that I need that has the 4th color, and then go back to the first color. It's just easier if I'm working with one color of yarn, and I try to keep track of what I'm doing as I go so that I don't miscount the types of squares that I need. But hopefully I'll get through that soon, and maybe I'll see you guys next week. Happy crocheting!